Most people, they have a rifle, that's their rifle, and they're good. Hey there, friends, thanks for checking in. I am making a video today. I really don't want to make it. Saddens me that another American gun company is closing their doors. It's a sad thing. My day started great. I went to the range. Everything was awesome, nice weather. Everything I had functioned perfectly. It was just a good day. I met a guy there. I did a short with one of his handguns, and he was super cool. Packed up, came home, and now we have breaking news again. I just told you about Sky. Sky got so overwhelmed with their debt, and it was hard to become profitable. And a lot of people said, well, their guns sucked anyways. They're goodbye, nobody will miss them. Well, I don't think you could say that about this company. And who am I talking about? Well, this just happened, and we're talking about Delton Firearms. Delton Firearms, they for years, for 25 years, made phenomenal rifles. And this is a Delton I have owned for close to 5 years now. This has performed great. This is a Delton Sierra 316L. This would be one of their higher end models. I even have an ASR mount on there. I suppress it. You can see those threads right there. It's just a great all-around rifle. And I've had it. I've loved it. I shoot it. And it's performed great. I don't recall ever having a problem with it. And one of the things with Delton is that they would make budget rifles back when few companies were. And a lot of them had A2 components, so they were kind of cheap, and you changed them out. I've got a thrill stock and grip on here. I put some additional parts and so forth. I put very nice Vortex optics with a 3x magnifier. Great rifle. But what happened to Delton? Why would such a good company close their doors after 25 years? You have to believe in 2012, when the Sandy Hook incident and all this was going down, you couldn't find a rifle to save your life. It was so hard. They were buying out, and people were saying, you know, get these if you can get your hands on one, get it, because it's going to be banned. And Obama was in there saying they were going to ban all this stuff, and it never happened. But these rifle companies flourished. They sold out of their stock, and they were ramping up parts, and then everything went flat. And you have to believe during that time they were super profitable. But what happened since then? Since then, so many rifle companies came into existence. If you go to SHOT or NRA that's coming up, or all these other trade shows, you'll see the majority of the vendors are rifle companies. And what do? They come out with a different handguard. They come out with some different Cerakote colors. They may have a fancy stock, a different components to it, and it made the competition very difficult in the rifle industry. Plus, most people, they have a rifle, that's their rifle, and they're good. I've got a bunch of rifles, but I love this Delton that I just showed you. It is special to me in its own sort of way. But we also saw the evolution. They've been around longer than many know, but Palmetto State Armory, you could buy a upper and a lower and a bolt carrier group and put it together, and you have an AR. Sometimes right around $400. Deltons would sell right around there, but you had to put some extra components on there to get it the way you want it. You look at Radical Firearms, another one. Radical has a lot for the money, and they have the nice stock, the nice hand. It's just ready to go at a budget price, right around $400-500. A little higher end one, maybe $600. And then you're seeing all these other companies that had primarily handguns, but then they got into rifles too. We saw a lot of that because we never knew when it would be, you know, get it while you can. These are going to be banned. And it never happened, and now nobody's worried about it. On top of that, you have Biden inflation. And the parts are more, you don't know if Delton made their own barrels. Most companies don't. They have to outsource the barrels. It can be an expensive undertaking to get into the rifles. And the competition, much like Sky, the competition was fierce. And people said those were garbage. And I'm not arguing that point. I never did. But it's an American company that closed their doors. We don't have much information on Delton. This just happened. And they are thanking their customers. They're thanking their vendors. They're thanking their employees. They're thankful for everybody because they've been around for 25 years. Now, 20 years ago, there weren't as many companies out there making rifles. Now there's a ton. I mean a ton. And the fact that most people own more than a couple handguns, they may own one rifle, one or two shotguns, and they're good. And I think all that added up is what made Delton less and less profitable throughout the years. And you know, it's a tough market. I'm telling you, this gun industry is a tough market, very competitive. And if you are not on the cutting edge, then we shouldn't be surprised when they close their doors. And that's what Delton did. Great company, good people there. I met them at SHOT a couple times. Everybody was super polite, helpful, told them I loved the rifle, and they were very gracious to me. And it's a sad day in America, but something else will show up to fill that gap. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.